Today, I'm going to tell you some tips about crossing a ferry from Port aux Basques, Newfoundland to North Sydney, Nova Scotia. Coming up. Hello everyone, here is the expat living. Sometimes you have a road trip somewhere, but you might be wondering how to cross the ocean from one place to another place with your own vehicle. Today we want to tell you some tips when crossing a ferry from Port aux Basques, Newfoundland to North Sydney, Nova Scotia. The ferry that we took was from Marine Atlantic, which has routes and schedules all year round. Routes are from Port aux Basques, Newfoundland to North Sydney, Nova Scotia, or from North Sydney, Nova Scotia to Port aux Basques, Newfoundland. There are two departure times, which is at 11:45 a.m. or 11:45 p.m. The duration is approximately 7 hours. Other routes are from Argentia, Newfoundland to North Sydney, Nova Scotia, or from North Sydney, Nova Scotia to Argentia, Newfoundland. These routes do not have schedules all year round like the one we mentioned earlier, and open from June to September for some days only. The departure time is between 5 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. The duration is approximately 16 and a half hours. If your road trip starts from St. John's, Newfoundland, you might have to drive from St. John's to Port aux Basques, which would take you about 9 hours drive. We chose this route because it was the closest one to St. John's and it was a shorter route for the ferry. Our ferry departed at night so that we could sleep in the bed cabin after a long ride on the road. When the ferry arrived to North Sydney, Nova Scotia, it would be the next day morning. If you book for an accommodation, there are two bed cabins featured side by side 31-inch beds, a private washroom with shower. It also includes a writing desk, a stool, TV, and a remote control. The approximate cost is around $180 if you book a round trip. There are also 4 bed cabins feature upper and lower 31-inch beds, a private washroom with shower. It also includes a writing desk, a stool, TV, and a remote control. The approximate cost is around $180 if you book a round trip as well. Please note that TV is not available on the Atlantic Vision for the 4 bed cabins. If you don't need an accommodation, you could reserve a seat by pre-booking it online. The approximate cost is around $30 if you book for a round trip. If you have a pet, you could bring your own pet on a ferry. You need to book a kennel space for your own pet. There are 4 types of kennel space depending on how big or how small your pet is. The approximate cost is around $17 per one kennel space. If you have more than one pet, you have to make sure you book a kennel space enough for your own pet. When you are on a ferry and park your vehicle, you are allowed to bring your belongings to your reserved seat or your bed cabin. If you are hungry, you could buy food, snacks, and beverages on board as well. Please keep in mind that if you consider coming back the same route, the cost would be a little bit cheaper than the cost of a one-way trip. Driving a road trip and taking a ferry to cross from one place to another place are not difficult at all if you plan and pre-book them ahead of time. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you like our videos, please like, share, and subscribe our channel. If you have any question, please leave us your comments below. Goodbye.